Why do I love Ambunu? It is an instant detangler, grown straight from the fields of Africa. And how do you make it? You just simply add water. How much easier can it be than that? Will it grow my hair? I don't know, but what I do know is it makes it very soft, shiny, and manageable. Where do I find my leaves? Sahel Cosmetics online. Sahel is a region of Africa. You also can find them from Shebe, USA. The African women of Chad actually prepare them for us and send them over. So how do I prepare my Ambunu? It's very simple. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the Ambunu leaves to 1 cup of distilled water. And the reason I use distilled water is because it has no minerals or anything added to it. It's just water. Now I'm going to add marshmallow root for a moisturizing effect. 2 tablespoons of marshmallow root is a natural moisturizer. The mucilage or the slippery qualities binds with hair proteins to appear thicker. It's also a natural detangler and conditioner. Now the marshmallow root has to be prepared on the stove. So what I do is take 1 cup of distilled water to my 2 tablespoons of marshmallow root, and I let them come to a boil. Once they've finished boiling, add them to the Ambunu leaves. Now at this point, I'm going to add my hot water to the Ambunu leaves and let them sit for 10 minutes. So I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about the Ambunu and why I love it. The history of Ambunu is an old tradition from Africa, which is actually dying in Chad. They used it to wash their scalp. As you'll notice, I do kind of scrub my scalp with it a little bit, and hair. And of course, they used it as a detangler. Right now, what I'm doing is just taking the brand new bag and pouring it into my storage tube, which I use to preserve my herbs. They're so generous with it that I nearly have half the bag left after I put some in my storage. And you don't use a lot of it. You only use a few tablespoons at a time. Now, don't get me wrong. You can add more Ambunu if you like. Some people use up to a half a cup. Right now, my hair is very dry because I decided to take my twist down, not realizing that I wasn't quite ready to start doing my hair. So it became very dry. So I decided to, on one side, use water first before I use the Ambunu to see how well it would detangle with the water. Very slippery. You can make it more of a gel-like substance if you used more leaves and less water and let it sit for longer. But this is exactly the consistency that I like. I put it in an applicator bottle and I begin to put it all over my hair. I actually put my hair in sections because it's easier to manage while detangling. Ambunu is an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory, which is great for the scalp. It prevents dry scalp and it prevents hair loss. Now, I had some tangles, don't get me wrong, but it was much easier than if I didn't use anything in my hair. You can never detangle your hair dry, and when I tried to detangle my hair wet, it wasn't smooth. So I tried to find something else to help me detangle. So I've been through a lot of things, and I came up with the Ambunu. I wanted to take my time on this section because the whole video was about the detangling. So I wanted you to see exactly what I go through in detangling my hair. It's very important that I put mine in sections and only do a little bit at a time. Once you're happy with how well it's detangled, I put it back up in a twist and I move to the next section. Ugh, those pieces in the back, they were holding on. Holding on tight. Come on, Ambunu, come through, come through. When you get a section that's very stubborn and your tangles just not want to be untamed, make sure that you add more Ambunu to that section. It literally melts those tangles away. Now the other side of my hair, I wanted to do it without adding water and just to see which side the Ambunu took to the best. Saturate that section with the Ambunu. Don't forget to scrub your scalp because of its cleansing properties. It's actually more of a detergent than shikaikai. Some people call it shikaki, but I like shikaikai, so that's what I say. I finger detangle as much as possible. Now this is the Ambunu without any water. Never start at the root, but with the Ambunu on this side, I was able to slide my comb right through. I'm using a wide tooth comb, of course, and I feel that the Ambunu worked better without water added. Be very gentle with your hair. Very gentle, no pulling, no stretching, no scrunching. Just use your wide tooth comb, pull your hair down to the ends, and then start your detangling process from there. Never start at the root. You guys, I have to honestly tell you, when I first became a natural in 2016, I had worn relaxers most of my life. What happened was I wouldn't even detangle my hair. I would just pull the twists apart, wash it in sections, and then twist it back up into sections and put some oil on it until it was time for me to twist again. And then I would just pull small sections apart and twist. My hair was so matted that I could not get a comb through it. And I didn't know enough to search for anything to put on my hair before I washed it. I thought you're supposed to just shampoo it, condition it, and move on like I did before when I was relaxed. So I didn't know anything about a pre-poo or anything else. Let me tell you, I thought pre-poo was a silly word and it was going to add time to my wash day. Pre-poo is life, okay? It is so important for a natural to pre-poo, or at least put something on your hair to help with the detangling process. Some of it I did off camera just to save time, but this is all that I got for shedding. That's it. Now, I didn't do a time lapse at all, but that took me about 15 minutes to complete. And you saw the tiny bit of hair that I had. The gel is awesome. It helps with detangling, and that's the purpose that I use it for. It also can be very cleansing, so if you noticed, I rubbed it on my scalp. Now, I will follow up with the shampoo and a deep conditioner.